Hi there. Barefooted today, mobility. We're going to do a lot of body moves today. We're going to be doing some standing, but we are going to be in the floor. So I'm warning you. Okay. So here's the thing. You're rushing around. You're doing a lot of stuff. You know, no matter if you have people in or not, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff. So in this session today, I am going to be doing some stuff standing up with my little pillow. Okay, that's one of the best ways I know of to get your ankle, your feet mobilized. If you cannot stand up and do this because of whatever issues, seated and put your foot, just seated and put your foot in here and then lean in so that you're pressing in. Okay, so here's my little platform, and I'm just going to step, and I'm going to notice where do I throw? Where does it move me? If you get very unstable, see, that's good, but you always have to consider safety. So see, I have my little chair here. See this? So one of the best ways to get mobilized, I'm going to try not to talk in a high range. But one of the best ways to get mobilized, seriously, is to step on an uneven surface. Hi, everybody, come on. We just started, so get your little pad out. Safety, either a wall, a chair, or a rod. So I'm going to get mine over here. One of my favorite ones to use is a simple mop or broom handle that doesn't have the mop or broom. I just tape the end with some duct tape and I'm good to go. So if you're stepping in, moving your leg, you have a chair to the side of you. Hi, everybody, come on. It's good to see you. We will be in the floor today. I'm warning you. Don't just think, oh, I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to get in the floor. You can do a lot of what we're going to do in the floor seated. So see what I'm doing? I move my chair a little bit forward because I want to open my toes. I want to move my free leg, my non-supporting leg, back and forth. So we're doing what's called moving stretches. Some people will call it dynamic stretches. Dynamic is just moving, okay? And it's a great way to get warmed up in your mobility training. So you didn't see what I'm doing in the back, but I want to point out what my safety features are. Here's my rod. It's a very sturdy rod. Here's my chair. I'm going to put my foot in the pillow. I'm going to drop my shoulders, brace, breathe in through my nose. And as I come up here with my knee, see that? Now I'm going to come around. I'm going to pull the heel in. Okay. So I can go straight up as far as I can, extend gently, bring it back and extend. And I'll just move it back and forth. I may do 3 times. Then I'm going to switch. Okay. And if you'll notice, when I'm swinging my leg, take a big breath. When I'm swinging my leg, this is the leg swing. My foot is in dorsiflexion. See, my toes are lifted. That's what Kathy's having a hard time with right now. So you can, and let me warn you, see, we're just moving around. My toes are splayed. I'm stepping into my little pad, my little balance pad. I'm bringing my knee forward and then extension, then bring it back down, soften this knee, bring it back up, and you're going to extend and then pull it in. So my warning is, don't do this fast, especially when you pull your heel to your butt in the back. See, I'm going to go up, extend, down. I'm extending and then pulling the heel in. And I'm going to try my best to stay to something like 3 to 6 rotations. Then I'm going to change. But I have my pole, I have my chair. And here's the deal. While you're doing this to get yourself warmed up and moving through your lower body, your core or your midsection is tightening in, really innervating. But because I moved my chair back just a tiny bit, it helped me open through here. So you don't have it in here. Pull it back just a little. See, just by doing that, I keep these open. So this is especially for Kay. See, that little trick. And I only moved it back, I want to say 2 to 3 inches. My knee is soft because I'm putting all my pressure into my foot. I want my knee soft. I'm pulling my shoulders down and I'm pulling them back while I do this leg swing. See, I'm going to go back and then pull the heel in, then bring it back, go out, then swing it back, extend, pull the heel in. Don't do it tight and don't do it quick. And some of you have already figured out why not. Okay, come right back. Have we done both legs? I'm keeping my shoulders down. And see, I'm hanging on to the pole and to the chair because it's making me keep my shoulders back while I keep my chin tucked, while I do this little grape smashing move. And why I say grape smashing move is it's a piston type movement with your hip and your knees, okay? Keep your tummy tight, your shoulders down, and you bring your whole foot up and you put your whole foot down, okay? So your foot is in dorsiflexion. Yeah, I know. Take a breath. Take a breath. Keep those shoulders back. So I'm just bringing that knee up. Now I'm going to step across and come all the way down. And look what that does to my shoulder, my arm. I did it very slowly. You keep your tummy in, your shoulders down, and you see my supported leg? It's on that pad and it's turning. So I'm turning my ankle in all kinds of ways. My pressure is in the front foot. Then I'm going to come back onto my little pad. I'm going to keep this chair forward a bit. Okay. And I'm going to cross. Now, right here, you just be careful. Okay. My hand is here. My hand is here. But I've crossed and I'm going to drop. And I'm only going to drop 2 inches. Trust me, if you have your hands positioned back, that 2 inches is a big deal for your shoulder girdle, for your pectoral, right through here, okay? You're squeezing your shoulder blades in and then you come back. Now you don't hold it there for a long time. All of this depends on, I'm going to do it one more time on each side. This is such a great move to get you opened up, breathing deep. Okay, my hand is here, my hand is here. Normally, when you put your hand on something, you would come forward a little bit. See, I want you to be just a tiny bit uncomfortable. Here, drop your shoulders. Here I go. My leg is, knee is soft. Shoulders are down. Breathing in through the nose. I'm going to go across. Bend the knee. Okay, don't lean. Don't lean. See, I'm back here. I'm going to go down. It's 2 inches, but it's amazing how you feel just a tiny little panic as you're going down. See how I'm really flexing through my ankle? Yeah, then I'm going to come back. Big breath in through the nose, soften the knees, shoulders down, cross. Keep your hands placed a little behind where you would normally, now drop. Yeah. Whoa, does that open up that shoulder? Drop your shoulders. So this is another one for Kay. I'm going to rip on Kay this morning. I'm not sure if she's on, but anyway. Breath and come back. Good. All right. Here's your bar. Here's your feet on your little pad. You can do this seated or standing, okay? So we're going to press into the toes and then into the heels, okay? Now, if that gives you too much unsteadiness, just do like this and go into your toes, lift your heels, then drop your heels, press back so that you can almost pull the ball of your foot up off of the pillow. I'm doing two together, so you do need a balanced support medium, whether it's here or whether it's here or both. You can still do both. See, just like before. See, I just want you to rock and roll through those feet. All right. Feet is a big deal. It's such a big deal. And you got to move through all those joints to help your foot do what it's supposed to do for you. Okay. Keep the knee bent. So I'm lifting my heels and see, I'm pressing into some people would call it the ball of the foot, the front portion of the foot, because I'm not on my heels. And if you have your hand here and your hand here, I'm telling you, when you lift your heels, and especially when you drop your heels and then pull the ball of the foot up, it's very shaky. Yeah, we got to do this. Okay. In prep for this, toe, heel, lifting, toe, heel. Yeah. Now I want you to just roll to the outsides of your feet. Okay. So it looks a little weird. Keep your knees soft. Keep your rib cage up. Shoulders down. You're rolling to the outsides. And now we're going to roll to the insides. Okay. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. And see how I'm rocking and rolling? So now I'm bringing those knees together and I'm bringing my weight is coming into the medium part of my feet and then outside, okay? So once you've done that several times, now just rotate up and back, up and back, up and back. So all of this that we've done so far is in preparation of this next move, okay? So I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to move my little chair so I have my bar if I need it. And again, if you, instead of placing your bar right here to press down, if you move it back just a few inches, see it rotates the shoulder back. Okay, that's a little trick to get you to stand up straight, okay, and not to do the rounded shoulder bit. Okay, see what I'm doing with my foot now? Okay, plantar fasciitis people out there, listen up, and Achilles tendonitis. Okay, see how I'm going down on my heel? You see that? Yeah, I'm going right down here. So I'm well supported on the pad with my foot, and then I'm going to come up. See this? See this? Okay, so here's the deal. You're going to be tempted to go way up. I don't want you to go way up. See, I'm not going way up. I'm touching the heel, and now I'm pressing into the front of the foot, and I'm only lifting it to the height of the pillow, which is what? 2 inches. Yeah. Take a big breath, tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Oh, dear. My dogs see about, I'm not even kidding you, 20 big wild turkeys. They made it through Thanksgiving. They know they're safe back here. I hope you're laughing. Okay, look what I'm doing. See, I'm not going way up. I have my knee bent here. The whole foot is here. And I'm pressing down. I'm keeping my shoulder down and back. I'm pressing into the what people think is the ball of the foot, but it's still well supported. And all I'm doing is lifting the heel those 2 inches. I'm not going way up into, you know, where my heel is way up. I'm not. But let me tell you, if you're doing this with me correctly, you should be feeling your calf starting to scream right now. That's the point. Your calf is huge in mobility. When you do this barefooted and you just do a minimal 2-inch lift, see, it's a drop from the heel and then it's just up to the height of the pillow. Okay. Now I'm going to bring that up and bring my foot forward. I'm opening right here on my shoulder, dropping my shoulder. See how I'm pulling my toe back just to kind of give it a little recovery. I'm going to the side, front, and back. Okay. So now I'm going to get the same thing going for this side. Okay. I'm still going to use this. So I arranged my chair so that I'm holding onto the chair on the other side, but it's back a little further than what I would maybe normally if I was holding on to something. Okay, so tight tummy. Do you see how I've positioned my foot now? So this one's up here. I'm dropping my shoulders and I'm dropping my heel until you feel the stretch. Now, after I feel the stretch, I'm just going to press into the ball of the foot that we're working on. Okay. I'm going to the heel and I'm going to come just to the ball of the foot, heel, and just the ball of the foot. See, I'm not going way up high. You got to learn that some of these minimal moves are extremely restorative. So you don't have to go to extremes in your movement patterning to get good benefit. So pretty much the leg that I'm working here is pretty straight. See, I'm dropping my heel. I'm not going fast. I'm correcting constantly with my shoulders, breathing in through the nose. Now lift and just come to the platform height, which is your little pad, which most of you've gotten these pads from me, and they're about 2 inches deep, you know, in height. Okay, breath, keep your shoulders down, your tummy tight. You're keeping your chin tucked. See, I'm just working that leg. Okay, so why did I do all that prep to begin with? Because I knew that I wanted to go into this move today. Okay, and I'm pressing into that front of that foot. My leg is straight. And if you've been doing this whole thing, we're just got a couple more. This is the one that after you've gotten over a bout of, let's say, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, you've done your stretching, you've done your icing, you're keeping your boot on, whatever, then you get over that pain and then you don't do anything. This is the strength work that's very beneficial. Okay, and I'm only going 2 inches right now, not going way up, but I'm sticking with it. At the same time, I'm doing a real good work to open up the pecs, that rounded shoulder issue. Yeah, and I did it just by pulling my pole and my chair back just a little bit more. Okay, breath in through the nose and coming up. And you should be feeling that. So I'm going to come down here. See, turn it out right here in the front and bring it back. Okay, and step off of that pad. All righty. All righty. Now, I am going to use my chair. I'm going to use my pad. I'm going to be getting into the floor. So just be warned that that's where we're going here. And a lot of times when you're having a low energy day, if you just would take your kitchen chair and just put your hands in it this way. See that? And then just press your hips forward, okay, as you keep your shoulders down. If you would go from this and then into a full body mobility move, like we're going to do right now. See, I just stepped back. I went from this hyperextension, open up the back, to stepping back, putting my hands on the chair, open wide with your feet, okay, at least the width or just outside the width of your chair legs. And then just come down, put your elbows right here, and you're gonna push your butt back, drop your shoulders, and then pull your butt back. Do not drop your head any further than your ears are at the biceps, okay? And we're gonna hold it there, and then we're gonna drop our butt just a little bit more. Hang on to the back of the chair. Drop your butt just a little more. Big breath. Big breath. Drop your butt just a tiny bit more. And then come back. And then go to your elbows, okay? And then go to one side with your hips until you feel the groin stretching. Keep your shoulders down. You're on your elbows, you're on your feet. That's where your pressure is. Then you're going to come back to center, soften up your knees, and go the other way. Not very far, just a little. So you're going to go, you're going to shift to the other side until you feel the groin really getting involved there, okay? Come back to center, do it one more time. And see, here's the thing. By using your chair here and putting your elbows here, it will prevent you from dropping your head way down. That's what gets you a little dizzy. And I really want you to keep your head and neck in line with your hip. See, I'm going to go to the side, and then I'm going to come neutral, and then I'm going to go to the side, okay? So those of you who do a lot of activities like gardening, pickleball, dancing, riding a bike, let me tell you, this kind of a move will really facilitate your hip mobility because we're very carefully going into that groin muscle. Tendons, ligaments are all helping your hip work correctly. And sometimes it gets so tight. Okay, last little push back. Hang on to the back of the chair. Drop your butt, drop your butt, drop your butt, drop your butt. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Big breath. And then come back. Yay. Turn and sit. All right. How you feeling? Pretty good? Okay. A lot of feet, a lot of ankle, calf moves. So we're going to put our heel now right on our little pad. See that? See that? So I'm going to do some of these moves in the chair, and we're going to mimic them when we get down on the floor. If you don't want to get down the floor, that's fine. At least stay in your chair and really work through some of these, okay? So you bring that knee in. I'm going to bring both of them right here. I'm going to open. I'm going to bring a knee in. Rotate. Bring a knee in. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the side and turn and look right over the chair And then I'm going to go to the side with both legs, turn and look. See, I'm not twisting my back as much as I'm getting a rotation through the hip. I don't know if you're seeing that. See, I'm just going to walk around here all the way. See? Then I put my hands on the back of the chair, drop your shoulders, and look. Pull yourself in there. This is great movement, okay? We just don't think to do it. Step around, step around, step around. Put your hands on the back of the chair, drop your knees, and then come in. And you should notice that you're going to be tighter through the back, the shoulders, the hip on one side than you are on the other, okay? So just notice that and just work a little bit to help yourself get in symmetry. Okay, so back, bring the ankle right here. See, right here on top of my knee. See that? So here's the deal. When you go back like this, the minute that some of you start going back, you lose this positioning. And how do you lose it? You go into a C position with your back. I want you to extension from the hip, even going back. Got it? So say rib cage up. Yep. You've got an ankle on your knee. And you're going to go back first and pull. See, I'm keeping my ankle right here at the knee. If some of you can't get it there, that's okay. Just come down here. Try to turn this out just a bit. See how I'm turned it out? Okay, say rib cage up one more time. Okay, now I'm going to pull my whole body into my knee. So many of you who could benefit from this have, sciatic. You know what sciatic issues are. Okay, well, this is starting to address those kind of issues. All right. So you just pull yourself in, you say rib cage up, you bring your knee in as close as you can, and it should be stretching. It should feel really good because you finally hit it. Yeah, drop your shoulders. And as I'm here, see, I'm going to keep rotating my ankle. I'm going to go dorsiflexion, plantar flexion as I pull my knee into my body. Yeah, take a breath. Woo. Drop your shoulders. And now I'm going to release and I'm going to push on top of the hip. Now this is my replaced hip. Yeah, you tend to guard it because who wants a hip to pop out, right? That's the thing with bionic parts. They malfunction. Put your hand on your knee gently. You're not pushing necessarily. You're just laying your hand there and you're letting the knee go out here just a little. And then you bring it back and you bring it down. See that? And here's my little platform. See? Take a breath. Okay, if I can't cross my ankle up here like I'm crossing my legs, see, my ankle is there on top of my knee. Here's the caution. Some of you, if you bring it up too high, you're straining to get your ankle up here. The point is turn your knee out. That's the point, okay? Because if you can't get it up on your knee, without too much effort, you know what's gonna go? Your back. You're gonna go into a C position. I wanna stay in extension position. So I'm gonna go back, see, open, rib cage up, bring that ankle up on top of your knee. Yeah, okay, you're already feeling it right through here, you should. Okay, say rib cage up again. All right, take a breath and pull the whole body toward the knee. Okay, don't round it. Come in with the neck, chin, and the chest leading, not your shoulders. See, this is shoulder, and so you want to come in with your whole body. okay? And then do that point and flex. So it's a point and then a dorsiflexion. As you're holding yourself in. See, I'm trying to get you to hold it in there to affect these. Okie dokie. Say rib cage up. Breath into the nose. Yeah. Point, flex, keep yourself coming in, keep yourself coming in, keep yourself coming in. Yeah. Okay, rib cage up. Yeah. And release. And release. And come forward. Good. Okay. We're going to do some of those. And we're also going to do one that goes like this and like this. Okay. It's called a dead bug. I'm showing you from a chair in case that's where you find yourself and that's what you can do. You keep extension, you open back, you bring that leg up, you bring these up. Okay. Dead bug. See that? So from that platform, understanding you can do all this from a chair, that's why I wanted to show you. Are you ready? So as I think about coming down, I could come down with no chair at all. But if you need to use your chair, you just turn like this. See that? You just turn like this, hold on, and you just come right down. Okay? Just like that. Take a breath. I'm going to come back. And if you need to use your pad on the floor because it helps your knee, well then of course do that. All right? So you can do that. It doesn't bother my knee. I'm just going to show you. So you're going to come from your platform. And it really helps. There's no reason to have that kind of pain. You know, there's some kind of, you know, uncomfortable feeling. But not a necessarily pain. So use a pad when you can. So here we go. Cat camel. This is always a foundational move of anybody that has hip, knee, back issues. See how I'm coming down and back, and I'm just doing a few. Okay, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna push my shoulders up. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Let that back go down. So it's a cat camel, mad cat, and then a camel. Mad cat, and then down. Yeah, and just key into how everything's feeling as you do this. So when you're in this position, you're tucking your tail under and you're squeezing. Then you release and you come out and open. And at this point, you just pull your ears back. See this? This is quite different than this. We will do that, but not right now. Okay, now go back up into a mad cat. Yeah, you change the position of those hip bones. Soften your elbows, breathe in through the nose, and go into, drop your shoulders and pull those ears back. Yeah, just like that. Okay? And come back to neutral now. See, I'm in neutral. Okay? Meaning this isn't up or down. Drop your shoulders. So now you see what I'm doing is I'm inching over here to the side. I'm going to drop my hip off of the 2-inch platform. See there? I can come here with my fists. Okay. And now what I want to do is I want to just drop and I want to pull that knee off the floor by rotating through my hip and back. See this? This is a very good thing to do. If you have a lot of uncomfortableness in your lower back, you soften up your arms, my elbows, see that? You drop your shoulders, keep your tummy tight. My knee is down here. Here's my 2-inch lift. And then I'm just gonna bring it right up to there, see? Now, if you wanna make this a little more challenging, you bring the whole leg with you. If you need to, you can let your foot rest on the floor. But I'm doing, again, a very small move that's affecting all of this. Okay? So it's right here You can do a point flex, and you're just lifting, gentle, gentle, gentle. I'm just gonna do, maybe six to 8 lifts. Keep your elbows soft. Keep your elbows soft. Bring it up. Breath. Just 2 inches. And it's right through the hip and the back is where that lift is coming from, okay? So very gentle. Keep your elbows soft. So you're just bringing that knee up as if you were going to put the knee on the platform, but then you don't. Okay, 2 more. Here we go. Breath. 1 more. And breath. Good. Okay. Come back onto the platform. Okay. I'm going to move all the way over. Drop the other leg off. Okay. So I'm going to come this way so you can see what I'm doing. So now my elbows are soft. I'm on my fist if I need to be, or I can be on my hands, whatever your wrist will take. Okay? So now keep one foot, keep the top of your foot on the ground and just get used to this. So you don't worry about lifting it right now. Okay? So it's a rolling rotation to get that knee up to the platform and then back. So it's like your hip is going like this. See? So I'm right here. Drop your shoulders. Keep your chin tucked in. Lift. And then if you feel comfortable to bring the whole foot up those 2 inches, then go ahead and do that. See what I'm doing? Yeah, so I bring the whole leg. I don't let my foot rest on the ground, in other words. I could, if I needed to, that would be fine. Keep your chin tucked, lift. Don't do it fast. Take a big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Just coming up 2 inches, not any higher. Breath. 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 Couple more. We've got it. Hang in. Breathe through the nose. Okay, last one. Here we go. Good. Okay. I'm going to take my little pad over there. I'm going to put my elbows down on the ground. Okay? See me from the side. So here I am. I'm just going to rotate forward, put my forehead on my hands that I've clasped. I'm going to rotate forward, and I'm going to go back as far as I feel I can go. Now, I can't go very far anymore because of my knee. It's very tight, and it's not going to move there. See how I'm rotating? This is a very beneficial move. Just try it for a little bit. All these moves that I'm doing right now is trying to contribute to what's called flossing through your joints. It's just cleaning all the junk out of there. Not only your shoulders, your elbows. I've clasped my hands, my knees, my hips, my back, my vertebrae. And as I do this now I'm going to add a little bit. Do you see how I put my toes underneath? Now I'm going to push back as far as I can and really push back on those curled toes. Then I'm going to come forward, put my forehead on my hands, push back really hard, put my forehead on my hands. Then put your feet flat again, and you'll see you'll be able to go way back. Okay? Big breath. Okay, one more. Here we go. All the way back. And pull those toes under one more time. Really push back into the toes. Very beneficial move. Now, as you're staying down there, take one hand, I don't care which, And you're going to keep your elbow down and you're just going to rotate your hand over your back here. See, like that? And then bring it down. Take a breath. In through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Bring the other hand up and try to go back over your back. Take a big deep breath. And then come back down. Okay? Now we're going to come up. Just like that. And we're going to go underneath. Okay, stay with me here. We're going to go underneath like that and try to get our ear and our shoulder down, just like that. So it's just a big motion, a full body motion. Now I'm going to take my hand under and I'm going to go down as far as I can. I'm going to try to put my ear down with my shoulder. See that? Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do that one more time, just twice on each. So take it under, go all the way, try to put your ear down and your shoulder down. Yeah, you're going to notice you're able to do it easier on one side than the other. That's kind of how things go. Take a big breath and then come back up. Nice. All right. Now I'm going to just sit to the side. See that? If you want to sit on your pad, you can. I don't need it right now. We're going to use our chair in just a minute, but I need it back a little bit. Okay? So now I'm right here, hands and knees, and I could do this in the chair if I needed to. So pretend you're sitting, for instance. Now, following what we just did, see my elbows under my shoulder, keep my chin tucked. Breathe in through your nose. Yeah, big breath. Now I'm going to take my hand right here and I'm going to go rotate. Watch what you're doing with your shoulder right here. Watch what you're doing. Okay? Open, open, open. Now bend the elbow a tiny bit. Bend the elbow, yeah? Drop it down there. Now hang out there for just a little bit. And then come back and all the way down. And you're going to come all the way down. Put your ear on the side. See that? Then I'm going to come back right to here. And I'll do that in just a minute. But before I do that, what am I going to do? I'm going to put my hand right here. I'm going to open that hip. Okay? Notice what I said. I'm going to open at the hip, not roll. Okay? If you roll, well, heck, it's super easy. Don't roll. It's right here. Open. Yeah, we've already hit the abductors. Now we're opening with those abductors. Okay? Breath. See, don't roll. Don't roll the hip. You almost should lean in a little bit. And because I have my hand here, and you can push a little bit, honestly, many of us that are having hip issues with whether it be arthritis, bone on bone situation, whatever, usually you don't need a lot of pressure here, okay? See, I'm just resting my hand here. I am not rolling. I'm opening right here. Okay, that is a big deal, especially if you reach a good repetition. And what would that be? 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10. I'm not going to do all of them today, but I'm telling you, if you have hip issues, this is one that you should just walk around, warm up, then go lay down on your bed or in the floor and do some of these little clam moves, because they're dealing with little structures around that hip that also involves knee. It also involves lower back. Okay, take a breath. Just 2 more. Okay, see, I let you off. Okay, you should be feeling this talking to you. Bring your feet forward, just like this, and put your hands back, okay? Drop your shoulders and turn your fingers like they're pointing backward, okay? And then crawl back just a little bit so that you open right here, okay? Soften your elbows, but drop your shoulders. Soften the elbows, drop the shoulders. See this range of motion? Yeah. Fingertips are pointing back, away from you. Okay, now we'll do it the other way too. But right now, the fingertips should be moving away from you. The elbows should be bent. Take a big deep breath. And then come back. Okay? Bend those knees just like this. Just like that. Just go like that. Okay, these are little movements. So I've done, this is the third little movement that really is a big movement. So many of you went to lift your foot just now. And you know what you did? If you're sitting in the floor, or if you're on your bed or a couch or whatever, okay, and you went to lift your leg, your heel off the ground. See how I'm lifting my heel off the ground? Okay, you know what you did? You didn't open here. And something has to give. And so what you did was you went into a C position with your spine. So you keep your spine extended, you open at the hip until you feel this really contracting, and then you bring that heel up. See that? This is incredibly beneficial. If you could just spend a minute or two, if you want to do repetitions, I can tell you repetitions. The problem is a lot of people go really fast because they don't like this hard work, okay? How do I know this? Because that's what slugs do. They don't like hard work. So I'm saying use a minute. See, I'm opening, I'm going like this, and I'm going like this. It's a big deal, okay? Because this is working really hard to keep my back extended, and I'm just lifting my heel without my back going into that flexion. See this? I'm telling you, this is one of the ones from the clam one to this one. Those two moves, if you just got down and did these two moves to get your abdominals on board, to get all your abductors on board, wow, what a difference it would make in the way you walk, how strong your core is. See how I'm doing this? So this is called a sit back. I have a knee bent, and just taking it back one and the other. Don't do them both. You do not need to do them both, but you're hanging on with all of this to do that, okay? Now we're gonna go to the other side. You thought I forgot. I did not. So here I am. If I needed to, I would put my elbow on my little pad here, or I would put this under my butt right here. So some of you have some real uncomfortable issues with the sides of your hips, especially if you've had a hip replace. It might be uncomfortable to lean on it. So you just take this and slip it right underneath there. That's perfectly fine, okay? Keep your shoulder down. So I'm right under my elbow. See that? So here my legs are. I'm just going to put one hand right here. Okay. So my ankles are lined up. My knees are lined up. Take a big breath. Tighten in the tummy. And you just open right here and down. Again, I'm opening. I am not rolling my hip. If you want to push just a little more, right here, this is how you do it. See? Just right here. Take a breath. Don't roll back. Big breath. Drop your shoulder. This is a great time to really focus on your nose breathing. Breathe in, release. Keep that shoulder down. Breathe in, release. Yeah, breathe in, release. Do a little experiment. Do a couple of lifts with the hand not on your knee. Then put it on your knee. You will see a huge difference. Keep your shoulder in, breath, in, breath. Here we go. Breath. Yeah, stay with me. Breath. Yeah, I know. Remember, I would love it if you guys would promise that you just get down the floor and do your little clam moves, and then put the little rock backs. It's a sit back. It's not a sit up. Okay, a couple more. Breath. See, a couple more. See, it could be 2 to 20 repetitions when I say a couple. Okay, that's just the way it is. Take a breath. Okay, 2 more. Here we go. Keep your shoulder down. Breathing. Last one. And come back. Bring those feet around. And you're right here. Yeah. I got my little rod right here. Grab it. See, my toes are up. Now, some of you are going to have a really hard time sitting this way. Okay? Your hamstrings are too tight. Your hip flexors and extensors might be too tight. Who knows? So bend your knees a little bit. Why? Because sitting here, I do not want you to roll or curl your back. I want it to stay extended. So if you need to bend your knees, then bend them. That's fine. Of course, if you can do this whole thing with your legs straight out in an L position, great. But some of us cannot. So I gave you the modification. Look at here. See this? It's right here on top of my head. See that? I'm going to go point. I'm going to go flex. I'm going to go around with my feet. I'm going to go point. I'm going to go flex. I'm going to go around. See that? Now I got this rod right here. And I'm just going to practice pointing, flexing, and just bringing this rod just straight up and then coming back to the top of my head. Point, point, flex, and around. And you pick which time, whether it's pointing or flexing or going around, that you want to try to bring that rod up. And what you should notice is that when you have your hands on this rod right here, your elbows are not back, okay? They're right in line with your armpit and your wrist. That's the deal. And around, and come back around. Okay, that rod back down. Big deep breath. Now, we're gonna go down and we're gonna lay down in a prone position. That means the back is down, okay? And then we're gonna flip over into the supine position or tummy down position, okay? So when you start to roll down, you use this pad under your head if you need to, because some of us need to have it. Some of us don't, okay? But as I go down, I'm either gonna help myself like this, or I'm gonna roll to the side. So I've worked with lots of clients before that they had such a delicate back and they weren't strong enough to keep their back in extension. So I had to roll them like this in order to get down into this position. Now, when you get yourself down into that position, use your chair. And why do I like to use my chair? Because it keeps your hip and knee in a really good alignment. And if you need to you just pull your chair toward you so that your whole leg is supported. So those of you with wonky backs and or hips, get yourself a chair that you can put your feet into like this and just put the palms up, drop the shoulders, and just be there. Just let yourself just melt right into the floor. Don't be straining to do any certain anything. Feel where your back feels the best, and hopefully it's in a neutral position. See how I'm just squeezing, pulling down, pulling up. So I'm going into a gentle hyperextension, and then I'm turning, I'm lifting one hip versus the other hip, and then down and then back. So it's the same thing as a cat camel. But when your hands are out, your shoulders should be down, your chin tucked, and whether or not you're using this under your head, it doesn't matter. You keep your chin tucked, okay? So once I've done that, and I just hang out here for a little bit, and just, you can do point flex, or you can just be there. Take breaths, take about 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose, breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, breath. Good. Now we're gonna bring those hands up. Now I'm gonna go into that dead bug position that I showed you how to do from the chair. You put your hands up like this, and then you just lift your feet off of that chair, one at a time, and you're in this position. If you get too tired, you can put your heels back, see, on the chair. See how my heels are down? The point is, I want you to control this, and you're working strength work, and you're working mobility, and you're working everything from this dead bug position. Okay, yeah. So what you're gonna do is open one hand, bring it back, open the other hand, bring it back. See, it's a gentle move, and then you take your foot right with it, and you open as far as you can, and then you come back. This isn't done fast. This has to do with tons of connections into your lower back, into your hip. You let your hand down, you let your whole leg come down in a very bent position, and then you bring them back and you bring them back. Then you take one hand over the head. Okay, my chair is there, but that's okay. And you take and you reach the other leg out over the chair, and then you come back. Okay, opposite, opposite. Reach out and then reach back. Okay, now you're doing all of this without cramming your back into the ground. I want you to in neutral spine. So I want you to be able to put like your little fingers under the small of your back is the point. And this is tight, and then you work at this move. So you go to dead bug, opposite opposites, and back. Opposite opposites, and back. And make sure that you can get a little tiny toy car under your back. Typically, if you can put your fingers or a little tiny object like a little toy car under your back, that will ensure that you're probably in neutral spine. And this is taunt and working. So this is a very good move to do for core work that will not hurt your joints. Take a big breath through your nose, reevaluate your back, exhale, and just keep working with me. And you can go in dorsiflexion or you can do a plantar flexion. Okay, so you take one back, come back, opposite, opposite. Breath, couple more, in through the nose, breathe. Make sure your back's in neutral. Breath. Now we're gonna hold it right here, and we're gonna go like this. Heel, 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 heel. Open, 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 open. See how I'm just barely tapping right there? Okay, and I'm bringing my hands up Then I'm going back down into the elbow down position. Keep your shoulders down. Breath. Make sure you can get that little toy car under your back. Yes. I know. Take a breath. And through the nose. Okay, here we go. Dead bug. You can put your heels down on the chair now. We're going to open and open again. And you should notice that this is going to be going down further this time. And then come back. Take a breath. In through the nose. Okay, open with the arm, open with the leg. Open, 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 open. As far as you can go, all the way down. Take a breath. Exhale and inhale. Okay. Such a good work to do that. It's just we don't usually take the time to get down the floor and do that whole bit. All right. Here we go. I'm going to turn now, turn now, turn. See this? So I'm right here. My hands are going to be down. All right. My elbows are down. And I'm going to go all the way down and put my forehead down on the ground. Then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to go the other side. Yes. Your little, it's like you're squirming around in hot oil. That's what it looks like. See how I'm going to go right here? And I'm going to turn all the way. And I'm going to put my head down. And then I'm going to come back. So it's all these little movements that are so important to our mobility. Who knew? Mobility Wednesdays. Here's my little pad. Use it if you need to. And now we're going to be on our front, on our tummy. So we're going to be in a supine position. Let me see where we're at with our time frame. Oh my goodness, we're past. Okay. Okay. Here we go. See, I'm up like this. I'm hyperextending. I'm going to push back. I'm going to put my toes under, stretch, lift, equalize, and come up. Well, who knew? Time was flying. We were having so much fun. I got you ready for shopping.